Welcome to the game where everyone wears white outfits, white hoods, and is extremely violent. That's right, Assassin's Creed, a series that teaches history better than my school ever did. I got to play AC Mirage early, and this is what I got up to. I start off by diving into a wagon full of hay, rest in peace vertebrae. I then attempt to kill a child, which is something I seem to always try to do in games. There were a few people from Ubisoft watching me record, and this was awkward, but necessary. I run off to explore the city of Baghdad. There are loads of metaphorical bombs dropping, like the price of all this produce. I continue navigating my way through the bustling streets. Two guards see me and are instantly aggressive. Presumably, they aren't too happy with the attempted murder of several children. In Mirage, they've pretty much gone back to the original combat where you have to concentrate or you'll die. Rest in peace button mashing. Counter-attacking is paramount to the success of your combat encounters. I stab both of my opponents and steal their Nike TNs, or rather their calfskin leather boots. I then see a cute couple chatting, and so I attempt to pickpocket them. The tiny man notices his coin pouch has been nabbed and starts causing a ripe old scene. I haven't seen a Middle Eastern man yell at me like this since my card got declined at my local kebab shop. I run away and find myself a canoe. Actually, I'm pretty sure this isn't a canoe, maybe it's a gondola. Canal watercraft is definitely something I need to research in the future. Can't lie, he looks pretty majestic cruising along like that. I disembark my vessel and stumble across 4 kids chatting about whatever kids talk about in 861 BC. I guess the fact they'll either be sold or die soon. My character growth arc goes strong as I refrain from attempting to kill them. In fact, for every like this video gets, I'll donate one of my organs to a children's charity. I run over to a tea stall and this dodgy malacca called Kong is like, "Yo, are you in the KKK?" I'm like, "Nah, just similar outfits, totally different motives." Kong asks if I can find his missing tea, which sounds like a fun-filled afternoon. Back in these days, tea was an expensive commodity. I actually quite enjoy a cup of tea these days, usually around 7 PM after dinner. Tea actually hydrates you, and sometimes it's just nice to treat yourself. While looking for the stolen tea, I pickpocket the Fresh Prince of Baghdad. The guard sees me and I have to kill him in front of all the local men, women and children. This is the most violence these streets will ever see. Well, actually no, but I find the tea, so good news for all the tea drinkers in the city. I put the tea in Kong's warehouse and he's like, "Thanks blood, please kill the harbour master for me." I'm heavily paraphrasing the story, but you get the idea. Our new target is the harbour master, but first we must gather clues as to where the harbour master might be. If I had to put money on it, I'd say he's at the harbour. I talk to this guy. He tells me of a warehouse nearby that will contain useful clues as to where the harbour master might be. I make my way towards the warehouse and suddenly remember that climbing is an integral part of this game. I then proceed to kill a bunch of lookouts who are busy doing what they're paid to do. Poorly, I might add. These guards have the situational awareness of a female driver. Nah, that was some low-hanging fruit. My girlfriend is definitely a better driver than me. I've crashed 3 cars. Twice because I was texting and once because I was checking my Clash of Clans base. My mates call me the Dow Jones because I'm crashing daily. I come across 2 gentlemen who are sitting cross-legged on the roof at night. This is how men deal with their mental health. Sitting in silence, crying on the inside. I then come across a Valorant player who's just chilling in the market square with his cute little baskets. AC Mirage has a notoriety system where if you're seen committing a crime, you'll be continually chased until you reset your wanted level. You can do this by tearing down wanted posters or paying one of these guys who acts as the town snitch. It's pretty cool, they even managed to get 6ix9ine to do the voice acting. I steal myself a horse and just canter around for a while. I'll admit I try to trample a few adolescents, but they conveniently dodge every single time. I ride my horse over to a bench and sit there for 12 hours straight until the sun rises. I reach the warehouse that apparently has clues on where the harbour master might be. I proceed to climb the walls and then assassinate the lookouts in extremely theatrical ways. The closest I've ever come to assassinating someone in the real world is when I was in high school. I just stabbed this kid in the neck with a pair of scissors. Nah, just kidding, but I almost got assassinated once. We went out one night to do one of my favourite pastimes, knock and runs, on what we thought was one of our teachers' homes. He was a real dick, always making us do homework and caring about our futures. We knock and hide in the bushes out the front of the house, giggling. This terrifying Aussie bloke comes out, holding a hatchet. We immediately run for our lives, and as I turn back, this axe flies past us only a couple of meters away. Who the hell did this guy think he was, Gimli? You can't just go throwing axe people in the suburbs. Turns out we got the wrong house, so we get in the car and hightail it out of there. It was a scary night. After attempting to be a sneaky little stepdad, my cover is blown. All these men arrive as backup, and it's clear someone put a message in the soldier WhatsApp group. I turn to what I know and climb to the top of a structure. I'm suddenly face to face with an entire gaggle of enemies and I begin the process of murdering them all. You may be wondering what I think of the game. I got to play for a few hours, meaning I didn't get to fully explore the game, but if you enjoy the Assassin's Creed franchise, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. I really like that they're going back to the old combat style, and there's a much larger emphasis on stealth, which I learn right now. You can't just expect to fight everyone at once, you actually have to be methodical. I proceed to get speared through the heart. Not metaphorically, like when my girlfriend said Clash of Clans was a dumb game. Plus, who's laughing now? I'm Town Hall level 10, while she doesn't even have a Town Hall. What a loser. I attempt to brute force my way into the warehouse, but again die relatively quickly. I realise that it's this guy ringing the bell that's bringing all the boys to the yard. I try one more time with the aggressive approach, but this time I'm stabbed directly through the head with a spear. I decide to implement a strategy that I'm not that great at: stealth. I pull out my bird to do a little reconnaissance, but immediately retract it as it's not a pelican. I begin creeping through the base and execute a few of the guards with a very casual swagger. I love this animation so much. I kill some guy who's reading a document that tells me the harbour master is in fact at the harbour. A lot of people died to get that exceptionally useful tip-off. As I make my way over to the harbour, some woman throws a stone at me, which probably hurts a bit, I guess. She seems to be an assassin and wears a black cloak and hood, which is way better branding than the all-white outfits we wear. I killed the assassin in front of a bunch of kids. I might not be allowed to physically harm them, but psychologically I'll make sure they never sleep again. I take a boat to the harbour, but get a little too close, and apparently it's kill on sight for these soldiers. My little boat has various types of fresh fish in it. How am I a threat? I'm just your stereotypical fish salesman who happens to have a lot of weapons on him. I freestyle over to the dock, and this man's swimming form is exceptional. I haven't seen a swimmer this strong since I won the race to the egg. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Men produce between 40 million and 1800 million sperm, and you won the race out of all of them, and that's the reason you exist. And you're choosing to spend that time watching a dodgy Australian commentate a video game. I appreciate that, thank you. I kill all the men on the jetty and then decide to let some leopards out. They're pretty cute, but a guy with a flamethrower comes along and melts them. It's extremely brutal. I decide to get up as high as I can so I can find the pesky harbour master. I proceed to use a ladder, which feels like blasphemy in an Assassin's Creed game. It's like buying a crack pipe and then having a cup of coffee. It's like finding a spade and then digging a hole with your hands. It's like buying a rubber and then crying yourself to sleep with a sad fap. Or so I assume. I reluctantly use my eagle to locate the harbour master. I majestically leap down onto what I assume is some kind of patio and stab the harbour master in the back, completing the contract. Wow, what a ride. My time with the demo did not stop here, however. I now have to kill somebody else. I have to assassinate this woman called Ying. I'm not sure what she did, but she needs to die. My tea-selling friend Kong wants to talk to me, so I make my way over to him. On my way, I see this man passionately selling rugs. I'll always have a soft spot for rug salesmen due to the absolutely iconic Australian rug commercials.
You wish for rugs? I bring you rugs from around the world. Save on these beautiful handmade rugs before they disappear.
I go over and speak to Kong, who's like, blah blah blah, go and kill Ying, she's a real piece of work. I don't know why Kong wants us to kill Ying. Maybe she sells tea at a slightly cheaper price than he does. All we know for sure is that this isn't racially motivated. We just love white hoods. I set off to find Ying. There's an auction happening and my mission is to gather intel on her. I run across a thin piece of rope, don't overthink it, and then eavesdrop on a conversation between two people gossiping about Ying. No one likes a little gossip. If you wouldn't say it to Ying's face, then don't say it behind Ying's back. Let's go murder Ying. I tail the two women. If you follow people through a dark alley in Assassin's Creed, it's a fun-filled mission, but when I do it in real life, it's a felony. Through my nosy eavesdropping, I learn that Ying is here right now. I arrive ready to bid on some of Baghdad's finest wares. There are plenty of seats, but like an overly friendly bloke at the urinal, I perch right next to this person. The auction kicks off and I attempt to put in a bid for an ivory elephant, but the game's like, lol, you're broke, you little brokey. So I just select the option to do nothing. I briefly spot my target, Ying, upstairs, and then leave the auction elephantless. I attempt to access the upstairs area, but the guard is like, you have no women with you, take a hike, champ. I proceed to climb up to where Ying is, and I just walk in with a confident swagger, and then all her guards conveniently leave the room, and I stab her in the most satisfying possible way. Assassin's Creed Mirage is most similar to the initial AC trilogy. Instead of exploring massive open worlds, it's more focused on the city of Baghdad. There's much more emphasis on stealth gameplay than just mindlessly killing everything. As you saw, I kept trying over and over again to fight everyone at once, but eventually had to use stealth to complete the mission. At the end of the day, if you like Assassin's Creed, you'll probably like this. It doesn't stray too far from the formula, but that being said, I only got to play for a few hours. If you enjoyed this content, hit like. Thank you for all the support on my Papa Pelly channel. I'm stoked so many of you are enjoying the videos over there. Have a great day. I love you. Stop for a sec. Stop. Drinks break.
Hey.
Food break.
Oh,
tea break.
She wants to stop. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, what's he doing over there? Jockey Dan, what's he up to?
Public urination looks like. I think we should arrest him.
That's it. That's where I draw the fucking line, bro. Public urination, mate. You're taking the piss.